computer. Hello everyone, welcome to your prenatal yoga class. We've got a group of mamas with us doing this class from home. It's really important to get moving during the pandemic, release any emotions, building up, and feeling good in your pregnancy. What you need is 2 pillows or a pillow and a yoga bolster. You need a blanket or a towel. And then a second blanket in your space for coziness. So another blanket just to cover over your body for nice and warm and coziness. You can have socks nearby too, but I recommend once we get moving to remove your socks. So come to seated in a comfortable position. The most important thing about prenatal yoga is that we make space for our baby. We honor their space. So we're not compromising their space in any yoga pose. They are doing the yoga class with you, so we want to honor their space in every single yoga pose. You want to feel good. If it doesn't feel good, make a modification or come out or rest. Trust your body. Trust exactly how you're feeling to just take it easy, make a modification. You don't want any numbness, pain, or tingling in any poses. All right, so come to seated. This might be more comfortable right now to sit. Maybe one leg like this. Maybe both legs are in. You're sitting on your pillow if you can, and your folded blanket can support your ankle bones. Sit up nice and tall. Place one hand on baby, one hand on your heart. And I know a few of you are having twins, so hand on babies. Shoulders back, reach up tall through the crown. And take a few moments here just to connect with your breath. Inhale through the nose, into the hand in your heart. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, softening the face, the throat, the jaw. Exhale through the mouth. Until the hand to your heart. Inhale again. Big breath out through the mouth. And 3 more breaths now, focusing on gratitude. Breathe in gratitude to the center of your heart. Gratitude for this body, for your baby. Exhale through the mouth. Soften the shoulders, the ears, reaching tall as you sit here. Inhale gratitude to the center of your heart. For your family, for your friends, for your pets. Exhale through the mouth. Release the tension. Last time, inhale through the nose. Gratitude for your city, for the fall, for the season you're in. Exhale through the mouth. And then big breath in through the heart. And exhale, bow chin to chest, bow to your baby, bow to your heart, your baby's heart. Stretching the back of your neck out and drop your hands down to your knees or wherever they can be supported. Inhale and exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Drop the left hand to the ground. Take an inhale in. Big breath out. So think about filling up the side of your neck with breath. Inhale in. Big breath out. Last time in. Big breath out. Inhale, bring that hand up. Exhale, chin to chest, dropping that head. And then you're going to create a little movement here by swaying your head side to side. No tension in the jaw. Nice gentle sway as if you're drawing a little happy face with your nose. And then take an inhale, exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Drop the right hand to the ground. Big breath into that area. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Big breath out through the mouth. Inhale, bring your hand back up. Exhale, chin to chest. Release the head again and swaying the head. Nice, gentle swaying movements. Slowly bringing your head to a stop. Bring your fingertips to your forehead. Lift your head up. And then from here, hands slide to your shoulders and roll them forward. That's it. Roll them back. And then we're going to switch and roll forward again. Release the shoulders and make your circles big. That's it. And then big circles going back as if you're trying to bring your elbows to touch behind you. Nice. I see some great circles going on. And then slowly hands come down. Beautiful. Arms out to the side. Open up through the heart. Exhale, bring your hands above the head. Inhale, exhale, hands to heart center. Trace up your midline. Inhale in. Exhale out. One more like that. Inhale in. Exhale, heart center. Through the mouth. Inhale, trace up the midline. Exhale out. Changing it up. Inhale, arms come up above the head. Exhale, you're going to look to your right. Bring your right arm behind you, left arm in front of you. That's it. Inhale, come up. Exhale, look to the left. Right arm in front, left arm behind you at shoulder height. Inhale up. Focus on twisting in the upper spine. Exhale, you're keeping your belly forward, looking to the side. Inhale up. That looks beautiful. Exhale, other side, looking to the left. Keep your belly facing forward. Inhale up. One more each side. Exhale, looking over. Arms at shoulder height. Inhale up. And exhale. Inhale, bring your arms up above your head. Interlace your fingers. Push up and come up and out of your rib cage. Especially baby starts to take up that space. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release the hands. Now you're going to come off of that pillow or the bolster and you're going to come onto your blanket so that your bum is supported by your blanket. Switch the cross of your legs. If you can come to cross it now, if you were from here, it's great. If not, just do what you can with how is comfortable seated. Inhale, open up through the heart. Open the chest, lift up, and exhale, round back. Bring your baby towards the spine, back of wrist touch in front of you. That's it. I'll go from the side. Inhale, lift up, open up, heart, throat, chest. Exhale, round it back, snuggle baby in, back of wrist touch, chin to chest. 3 more. Inhale, open up, heart, throat, chest. Exhale, round it back, snuggle baby towards the spine. Inhale, open, heart, throat, chest, lift. Round it back, chin to chest. Last time, inhale, lift, open. Exhale, round it back. Now stay rounded. Take your right hand and gently tug your left wrist as you breathe between the shoulder blades. Big breath in. Exhale, release your hands. Bring them behind your back. Maybe you can interlace the hands. If you can, inhale to lift up. If you can't, grab a sock. Inhale, lift up. Open. Exhale, let it go. Hands release. And you're going to round again. But this time, take your left hand, grabbing your right wrist. Inhale, round it back. Baby snuggles into the spine, chin to chest. Open between the heart. The back of the heart open. Big breath in. Exhale, release. That's it. Really good work. Bring your hands behind your back. Interlace the fingers. Inhale, lift up. Open through the heart. Exhale, release the hands. Good work. From here, we're going to come to all fours. So come around, roll around, and bring your blanket. This is really important. Your knees need to be supported. You have relaxin in your body. Relaxin is a hormone that helps your body get ready to make space for baby. So ligaments and joints are moving. If you can, fold it over a second time. I have a really thick court mat and another one under it and a blanket. So make sure that those knees are happy. Hands below shoulders, knees below the hips. If your hands are starting to get tired, come into fists. If they're still tired, grab a pillow and come into fists or forearms. We don't want your wrists to suffer. Inhale, in, curl the toes under and float your heart forward. Curl your tailbone. If it pulls too much on your belly looking forward, keep the gaze down. As you exhale, rounding, curling your tailbone in, snuggle baby in, chin to chest, lift up between the shoulders. Inhale, belly relax, curl your tailbone, float the heart forward. Exhale, round it back, chin to chest. 3 more. I want you to think of this movement as that special hug, to hug your baby in as you exhale. You're hugging them in. This is this perfect hammock that they're swaying in, this perfect hammock that your body's created, the perfect temperature. It's like they're floating on the Caribbean Sea in this amazing environment, listening to the sound of your voice and the sound of your heart beating. So think about full breaths. Don't think about the movement. Think about a full breath in and a full breath out as you exhale. Ooh, I see some nice pets coming into the shots. Inhale, full breath in. Full breath out. Don't think about the movement. Let it be organic in your body. Good. Find a neutral spine here. Relax your belly. So all fours is really a great pose to do to help with positioning of your baby in the pelvis. Look down at your index fingers and they're parallel. Curl the toes if they're not yet and lift your knees and hips back for your first downward dog. In pregnancy, you're gonna walk your feet as wide as your mat. And if you need it to be wider, adjust and walk your feet wide as they need to be. And you're gonna keep your downward dog moving. Keep it moving by bending one knee at a time. And then you're gonna ground down through your knuckles. That's it. Great. Keep that downward dog moving. Ground down through the knuckles as you drop the head. There is no tension in your neck. You have no tension in the head. You can even nod your head yes, because there is no tension. Paddle, pedal, pedal those legs and come down to all fours again. Nice work. Sit towards your heels and take your right arm and reach back and look back at the right hand. And then a big reach forward as if you're doing a front crawl. Left side, sit towards your heels. Float that left arm back, look back if it's okay for the neck, and a big reach forward. We're gonna go back and forth. Sit back and right arm up and over. If you can, keep your gaze to look back behind you. Up and over. That's right. Nice and slow. You want this to feel good in your body. Up and back. Up and back. Up and back. All right. And then come to a neutral spine again. Once you're done your right or left side, hands below shoulders, realign your knees below your hips, curl the toes under, index fingers are parallel. Take an inhale as you exhale, push back, downward dog, feet walk again, wide as your mat. Push into the knuckles, let the head go, no tension in the neck, and paddle your legs. This is an inversion. If you're getting heartburn, come back down to all fours and do cat and cow instead. And then we're gonna all come down to all fours. Walk your hands forward, widen your knees, and you're gonna start to just sway at the back of your mat, just back and forth. Drop the head. Now this movement is really good for active labor, just swaying with the hips. That's it. Head is softened, no tension in the neck. And now if it feels okay, you're gonna slowly bring your hips towards the right, forward, and back. Towards the right, forward, and back. So nice slow circles, nice small or big circles. You're gonna make these circles work for your body because the hips are constantly changing in your pregnancy. So you really wanna be tuned in to what you need, how slow you need to move, how quick you need to move. Head is heavy, get into your body. No tension in the neck, let the head go, let the jaw go. Focus on your breath. I breathe in, I breathe out. And then once we do one more full circle, switch the direction of your small or big circles, leading with your hips towards the left, forward and back. Head is heavy, no tension in the neck. No tension in the neck. That's it. And then slowly from here, come to a stop, come down to your forearms on the ground. Widen your knees, let your bum be lifted above the knees, and then start to walk your elbows apart from each other. Stack your hands like pancakes and rest your forehead on your stacked hands. Relax here for a moment. Relax the face, the belly, the throat. Relax the eyes. So these forward fold positions are really good to counteract a lot of sitting in your desk job. And just notice if you can soften anywhere in your face, in your eyes, in your jaw. Big breath in, fill up your back body, and then slowly come up. From here, we're going to keep our knees supported. We're going to stretch our right leg out to the side. Straight out to the side, toes face forward. Good work. All right, from here, you're going to curl your tailbone. So it's if we did that in cat-cow, just curl your tailbone. Channel your J-low. Curl your tailbone, and any amount you're going to sit towards your heel. Now you extra flexible people, try not to do anything funky here to get more of a stretch. You just want to be gentle. We're going to stretch the adductor here. Runs along the inside of your leg. Drop the head and breathe in and out. In, out through the mouth, release the tension. Last time, in and out. Slowly come forward. Stack that back hip again above your knee. You're going to open up here to the right. Lift your arm up. Back toes, curl them under. If they're not curled under yet, take an inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to sit towards the heel and scoop that arm forward. You can lift your foot up. You can bend your knee, whatever works. Inhale, open up. So you're twisting here, but baby has so much room. They're just opening up to the side. Exhale, sit back, scoop. Inhale, open up to the side. Exhale, scoop. Last time. Inhale, open up to the side. Exhale, scoop as you sit towards the heel. Make this movement work for you. Plant your hands below your shoulders and you're going to roll up. Take your time rolling up. Bring your back left, that left hip is right above your knee. And your toes are facing forward. Shrug your shoulders up and back. Open up the palms. That's it. Inhale, lift your arms up. Good. You're going to take your hands together and interlace the fingers except for the thumb and the pointer finger and reach up. Straight arms. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, release your hands and you're going to take their, what is this for you? I'm mirroring you. So you're going to take your left hand and reach it, or right hand grabs your wrist and just a nice stretch. Now again, don't come and collapse here. You want to give your baby lots of room, honoring their space. Breathe into the whole right side of your body. Inhale in. Exhale, coming up. Release your hands to the ground, hands directly below the shoulders. You're going to bend your right knee and you're going to scoot your right knee to come forward to the outside of your right wrist. Walk your hands wider if they want to be, or closer. You want this to feel good. Maybe your foot and hand both move out. Bend the elbows, and you're going to start to rock back and forth. Let the head go. That's it. Looks great. Now, most important thing is that back knee is still supported by that blanket, even twice or triple folded over. There's no pain, discomfort with the knees, not even a slight discomfort. You're supporting those joints. Drop the head. Now, some of you are going to stick with this rocking movement, or some of you might do some little circles here. But I want you to really soften the face, bend the elbows, and get into it, your earthy goddess circles. Drop the head, soften the face. And then switch the direction of your circles or go back to rocking. It's really important just to be in tune with how you're feeling, honoring your hips today, and slowly coming to a stop, especially this is probably your first yoga class in a long time. Come up to your fingers, and you're gonna just lean with your forearm on your thigh. Your knee, your right knee is right over your ankle, and rest here. Inhale, left arm comes up and reach over. Left arm up and over, that's it. Inhale, rise up. Bring your hands down to the ground with a nice gentle transition. Slide that right foot back. Knees below the hips, hands below the shoulders. Curl the toes under. Take an inhale, exhale, push back, downward dog. Really slow transitions. Walk your feet as wide as your mat again. Drop the head, no tension. You can nod your head, yes, there's no tension there. Pedal, pedal, pedal those legs and come to all fours again. Again, if you need a rest, take a child's pose, but child's pose when you're pregnant, you're stacking your fists below your forehead. All right, other side. So we're gonna take those hands below our shoulders, knees below the hips, and you're just gonna stretch your leg out on the left. So left. Curl your back, right toes over, under. Back toes are curled under. Left toes face forward. From here, inhale, exhale, curl your tailbone, channel your J-Lo. Inhale, exhale, you're gonna sit towards any amount, towards your heels. You're gonna feel a sensation, your adductor is gonna come alive. Now breathe into it. It's intense as you hold here. Soften this stretch with your breath. Full breath in as you exhale, soften, release, open. Soften this muscle. Inhale, exhale, slowly come forward. Good job. From here, open up to the left. You're gonna take that left arm and open up. Your back knee is directly below the hip. And just stay open here for a second. Inhale, back toes are curled if they're not yet. Exhale, sit towards the heel as you scoop the left arm forward. Inhale, open up, shine your belly, twisting to the side, baby has tons of room. Exhale, sit back. So we never are doing twists in yoga that don't give baby the space. Inhale, open. Exhale, sit back and twist. Inhale, open. Exhale, sit back. Beautiful. Plant your hand here, rolling up. Good. Inhale, arms come up. Bring your hands together except for your pointer and your thumb. You're going to create this powerful mudra with your hands, straight arms. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, release your hands. Good. You're going to take that opposite hand, opposite wrist. So left hand grabs your right wrist. Inhale, gentle, gentle, so gentle. You're not collapsing here. Don't worry about getting an intense, deep stretch. Just a little gentle crescent moon. Inhale up. Exhale, hands below your shoulders. Good. From here, bend that left knee and scoot your left foot, nice and slow, to the outside of your left wrist. You can widen this stance, bend your elbows, and you're gonna start to rock here. That's it. Again, this back knee needs a lot of support. You can double, triple that blanket. Don't push through any discomfort. Support yourself. Head is heavy. Get into these movements. Now, if you like the rocking, stick with that motion. If you want to add on, you can do some circles here as we really get into the hips. It's important that we help the hips adjust as your pregnancy progresses, as baby gets bigger, as it shifts and changes. Those circles, and then you're going to change the direction of your circles or go back to rocking. Do what feels good. If it feels good just to be still and breathe, do that. Remember, this is just about trying to empower you so you really get in tune with what feels good in my body. What does my body like? What doesn't it like? And then slowly come to a stop. Roll up to your fingertips. Bend your elbow, rest that forearm on the left thigh, left knee above your ankle. Inhale, right arm lifts up. And then bring that bicep towards your ear, palm down. Try not to squish in here. You're just finding that nice lift and length, and breathe. This isn't intense. This is a little break. Inhale in. Exhale, bring that arm around. And gentle transition, hands to the ground. Slide your left leg around and back to come back to all fours. Good. Hands below shoulders, knees below hips. Curl the toes under, index fingers parallel. Downward dog when you're ready. Walk your feet as wide as your mat. Pedal, pedal, pedal. Out the legs. And now you're going to come into child's pose. So knees come apart as wide as your shoulders, big toes touch. Now this is how it changes in pregnancy. You're going to pull your blanket forward, stack your fists, and rest your forehead, the third eye point right on your fist. Now this is important because that third eye area is an area of igniting your intuition. Now some of you are going to be in this pose and think this is not enough room for my baby. Then you're going to come more up, and that's where you can bring your blanket back under your knees, and you're going to bring your bum above your knees, come down to your forearms, elbows wide, stack your hands like pancakes, and let your forehead come and rest there. This is giving baby more room. So do whatever works for your body, your baby, honoring that. And we're going to breathe in some grounding energy into the back body. Child's pose is a great pose to do when you're feeling sad, when you're missing friends or family, when you're feeling a disconnect, just reconnecting with that inner child, that joy that children have, that joy that your baby has. Big breath into your low back. Breathe in some love for your sacrum. Exhale through the mouth. Think about anything that stressed you out. Maybe someone shared a story with you. I want you to take a nice breath in. And as you exhale, release that anxiety, that story that's not your story. Again, inhale. Now you're going to move into the upper back, between the shoulder blades. Feel your whole back with as big as breath as you've taken today, and release any tension in the jaw and the face with your exhale. That's it. This last breath is going to breathe into the low back, mid back, upper back, maybe even the back of the neck. Full as you can. Exhale out through the mouth. And then slowly coming up. Take your time here. You're going to sit back on your bum, extend your legs out. Get rid of your blanket. Fold it to the side. Scooch down. Find your sit bones. Separate your feet as wide as it's comfortable for belly. Fingers into the ground. Now, if the ground is far away, grab a pillow or your bolster. Inhale, sit up tall. Flex your toes towards you. Exhale, round and point. Inhale, flex the feet. Lift through the heart. Exhale, round and point. Last time. Inhale, lift, flexing. Exhale, round and point. Good. Bend your knees one at a time. Come on to the side and roll around so you're coming to all fours again, this time without that protection of your knees. Hands below shoulders, knees below the hips, index fingers parallel. We're gonna come right away into downward dog when you're ready. So lift up and back. Walk your feet again, don't skip it. Walk your feet as wide as your mat. Drop the head and then bend your knees and you're gonna walk halfway up your mat. As wide as your mat, and then come wider than your mat for a forward fold. Now, if your belly needs more room, bend the knees. This is really where you're kind of just feeling where forward fold is at. Grab your opposite elbows and hang your head. Bend the knees if the hamstrings are tight. Bend the knees if belly needs more room. I want you to release the head and imagine that the earth energy is drawing your head down to release pressure, create space in the spine. Bend the knees if that feels more comfortable. Again, you want this to be comfortable. Release your hands, bring your hands to your low back, elbows point up, and then slowly come up, supporting there. And right away, hands come above your head, float them up. Reach your hands up. Let the blood flood down, and then release. Good. All right, keeping this forward, that wideness between your feet, you're gonna come to the top of your mat. So come up. Again, you're gonna find feet hip width apart and then come a bit wider. So when we come in a forward fold, we need that space for baby. Shrug shoulders up and back. This is your sun salutations. Inhale, arms float up, palms touch. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Hands now, instead of coming to shins in pregnancy, we come to the top of the thighs. Elbows in. Push down on the top of thighs and keep your spine long, gaze down. Exhale, Utkatasana, chair pose, sit back in a wide-legged chair. Arms can float up or stay on your thighs. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Again, inhale up, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down, arms wide, hinge forward from your hips. Hands slide to the top of the thighs. Push the thighs down, elbows in, gaze down, flat back. Reach your crown. Exhale, sit back, Utkatasana, imaginary chair. Move your shins back in space. Inhale up. Hands to heart center. Exhale. Notice your posture here. Can you improve it? Sternum over your pubic bone. Snuggle baby in. Arms to the side. Inhale, float your arms up. Swan dive down, forward fold. Hinge from the hips. Use your breath. Find that flow. Hands to the top of the thighs. Flat back, look down. Exhale, chair pose. Hands can be in your thighs or up. Inhale up. Hands to heart center. Really nice work. Now from here, we're going to do tree pose. So when you're in tree, you're going to find your feet hip width apart. Bring your hands down, find mountain pose, Tadasana. This is where you can really focus how you're standing. We're gonna work in posture. So think of sternum over pubic bone, snuggle baby in, shoulders slightly back, palms open, heart open. Reaching tall, ground down through the feet. Good. Now hands to hips. Find a focal point in your house. Don't look at me. Find somewhere in your space that you can look at. Find that space, find that focus. Focus on this area and now find the breath. I breathe in and out. Keep that focus, soften the face and shift your weight into that left leg, right heel rests. Keep the focus. I breathe in and out. Now float your foot below or above the knee joint, not on the knee joint, below or above. Once you're there, hands to heart center, find your focal point, shoulders back. And then breathe in and out. Snuggle baby in towards the spine, reach up tall. I breathe in and out, and some of you might be able to trace up your midline, but remember balancing changes every day in your pregnancy. It's okay, but we want to meet where we're at, and remember balancing changes. It's okay if you're wobbly, come back in if you're wobbling out. If you're wobbling, stay with the hands at the heart center. It's the same with everything in life. If you're wobbling life, come back to the heart. Imagine your tree roots. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good work. With this balance going, you're going to lift that right leg up and take a nice mini step back behind you. And then you're going to open that foot up to warrior two. All right. Heel to heel alignment. So if I bend my front knee, it's going past my heel. So I want to scooch that back foot a little back so that when I bend my front knee, it's over my ankle. Heel to arch alignment, shoulders back, palms up. This is a powerful pose. If you need a break, just straighten your front leg a bit. So keeping the knee bent, you're going to do some Tai Chi. Inhale, zipper up to the heart. Exhale, push out for one. Inhale, zipper up. Exhale, push out for two. Inhale, strength. Endurance. Push out for three. Good. Pause here. Palms down. Look forward. Gaze is solid. Inhale, open your front palm. Exhale, reverse warrior. Hand, backhand. Rest gently. Try not to push a lot of weight on it. You can look up or look down. Whatever your body likes. Whatever is better for balance. Breathe. Inhale, exhale, hands down. We're going to come into a high triangle now. Trikonasana. Start to straighten your front leg. Now listen closely. Don't go yet. Squeeze your back bum cheek. Squeeze it. Reach forward. Squeeze your back bum cheek. Reach forward and then come into high triangle. I'm not collapsing. I'm staying up high, like above the knee. Float your back arm up. Gaze down at your big toe. And then after you're squeezing your back glute, protecting your pelvis, then you can look up. So only then. High triangle. Keep your back bum working, squeezing. There's no movement in your pelvis. Take a breath. Inhale, exhale, look down, big toe. Now bend your front knee. Rest your forearm on the thigh. And now bring that top arm up and over, palm down. That's it. Beautiful. Reach your fingertips. One long line of energy from your fingertips to the outside of your foot. You are connected, every cell in your body. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, warrior two. And start slowly starting to straighten your front leg. Bring your toes so they face forward. Now line up the heels, heel to heel alignment. Toes come out slightly, not like a ballerina, just slightly. You feel solid and bounced. If you want to bring your feet a little closer, if you have any pubic issues, you can here. So this is where you can come closer, focus on that stability. Toes out slightly. Take an inhale, coming down, and exhale up. Exhale, push out. Now get the hands going here. Inhale, zipper up. Straighten the legs, try not to lock. Exhale, out to the side, straight up. Inhale, zipper up. Exhale, send it out. Inhale, peace and calm. Send out peace and calm. Moms are birthing right now. They need that peace and calm. Inhale, trust for your body, for your baby. Send it out. Moms need it right now. They need to trust their bodies, trust their babies. Last time, endurance. However long or short your labor is, you need that endurance. Exhale, send it out to moms and come down here on your thighs and just rock. Feel the strength of your legs and then slowly come up. Really good work. And now you're gonna zigzag like a little accordion, nice and slowly to come back. Shoulders back, feet are hip width apart, hand to heart, hand to belly. And I want you to just connect with your baby for a moment. If you can feel your heart, know that your heart's pumping fresh nutrients, love down to your baby, and you can do some figure eights here. Figure eights. Feel that heart, know that it's pumping that good prana, life force down to baby. Switch the direction of your figure eights. And then slowly come to a stop. Come to the back to the top of your mat, walk back. Tree pose on the other side. All right, feet hip width apart, Tadasana. Shrug your shoulders up and back, open the palms. Snuggle baby in, reach tall. Find this solid foundation. Sternum over pubic bone, and breathe. Soften the face. The most important thing in life, in any situation, just soften your face. Hands to hips. Find your focal point. Now find the breath. I breathe in. I breathe out. Shift your weight into that right leg and bring your left heel to rest. Find your focal point. I breathe in and out. Bring your foot to the same height you did on the other side. Not against the knee joint. It's either above or below the knee. Hands to heart center, shoulders back. Reach tall through the crown. Think about reaching so tall that you're up in the night sky, the stars. That star moon energy is coming down. If you're doing this class during the day, that sun energy is coming down through the crown, filling your body with light from the moon or the sun. Take it, inhale, exhale. If you can, trace up your midline and open your branches out. Now remember, balancing changes in pregnancy, you might need to keep hands at heart center. Focus on your point, soften the face. I breathe in and out. It's okay if you fall out, come back. Inhale, arms come up, exhale, heart center. And then you're gonna bring that left knee up, circle your ankle, and then take a step back. Nice and short stance. Take a step back behind you, arms out. Now you're gonna open up into warrior two. Now if I bend that knee again, it's way past it. I'm gonna walk that back foot back enough. The back foot is parallel with the back of my mat. When I bend my front knee, it's right over my ankle. Shoulders back, arms at shoulder height, gaze over your middle finger. It's a powerful pose. If you need a break, just straighten a little bit, then come back. From here, we're ready for our Tai Chi. Inhale up. Knowledge and wisdom, that's what you're doing in these classes. You're pulling in knowledge and wisdom. You're taking what you want, leaving what you don't want. Inhale, zipper up. Exhale, send it out. Inhale, zipper up. Energy for this week, send it out. Inhale, trust. Send it out. Good. Pause here, palm down to the floor. Inhale, open your front palm. Exhale, reverse warrior. Slide your hand back. No pressure there, just a gentle rest. You can look up or down, whatever is better for you. Inhale, exhale, bend your front elbow, resting forearm on the thigh, your knees above your ankle. That back arm comes up and around and your bicep comes to your ear. Try not to, if it doesn't feel comfortable, switch how you come around. Palm down, that's it. Feel one long line of energy from the outside of your foot through the fingertips. Breathe there. Yeah, inhale in and out. In, out, in, and as you exhale, slowly coming around, come back to warrior two and bring your arms, windmill them around, back knee down to the ground. Nice gentle transition. You're gonna slide your front leg around and you're gonna bring your knees wide. You're gonna sit back, stack your fists for a child's pose here. Now, if that's not comfortable, grab your blanket, unfold it, support your knees, and come into lifting your bum above the knees, forearms wide, elbows wide, hands stacked like pancakes, rest your forehead. Whatever your body and your baby likes. If you're doing that version, your hips are stacked above the knees. And just take a rest. Breathing in trust into your low back. Exhaling any anxiety, any feelings of overwhelm. Exhale that out. We want to just create space for courage, for positivity, for trust, for your story. Every baby has a story. And somehow when you're expecting, people like to share everything with you. So remember, that's not your story. And you can release any stories that are stressing you out because your baby has their own story. Trust your baby's story. Even if you've had other kids, Each baby has their own story, how they want to come in the world, when they want to come in the world. Remember, you're working with your baby. Your body is working with you, and you are working with your baby. You two are a team. Breathing in so much gratitude into the low back. Exhale out through the mouth. One more breath here. Exhale through the mouth. And slowly start to come up. And like we did before, you're going to come over to one side and let your legs nice and slowly come out in front. Get your blanket to the side. And from here, however is possible, I want you to brush off from the arms and the legs. Just any kind of thing you've picked up. Maybe you've picked up someone's bad story. Maybe you read something. Maybe you saw an image on social media that was like, whoa, that was too much. Just brush it off. Yeah. Maybe you had a bad email from a work colleague. Just, you don't need that right now. Your body's making a baby. It's a lot of work doing that. You don't need anything extra. Just self-care, self-love. Even from your face, the third eye, brush it away. Brush it off the back of the head, all that chatter. And then you're going to scooch down your mat. You're going to come to the left side of your body, knees face forward, slide down. And from here, you're going to roll onto your back and bring your knees, so they're bent, soles of the feet into the ground. Knees are bent. By the way, if it doesn't feel good on your back, you're just going to lay on your side and you're going to do Shavasana already, because this is our last pose before Shavasana. Knees are stacked above the heels, shrug shoulders up towards your ears and back into the mat, palms down. From here, with the knees above the heels, slowly lift your babies up. This is a gentle bridge. Reach your knees past your toes, babies lift up. This is nice to lift baby just a little bit away from the bladder. You're on the back of the head and the shoulders, gaze to the ceiling. Inhale in, exhale. You're going to slowly lower baby down. And then from here, float the arms up, float your legs up. If that feels okay, if it doesn't, don't do this. Just circle ankles and wrists. Arms are floating up, legs are floating up, and circle the other way. And then from here, bring the soles of your feet back into the ground, and you're going to roll towards wherever you have your pillows. So I'd like you to do Shavasana on your left side. So if you have pillows on the right side, grab your pillows, and then you're going to bring them so that you can bring a pillow. You're going to extend the bottom leg straight. You're going to bend your top knee so that when you bring pillows there, your knee is actually at the same height as your hip. So it might mean a few pillows, a few blankets. It's kind of like the recovery position, and your bottom head, you can use your arm as a pillow, but preferably, since you're at home, another pillow there so that you're cozy. Another option to do Shavasana is just keep that pillow between the knees, knees bent. Another option, you could absolutely be on your back, but I prefer to teach Shavasana in pregnancy on the left side, because that's for optimal flow of your all the nutrients down to babies, the left. However, some moms prefer their back. So if you're going to come on your back, just keep a pillow under the back of your legs so there's a bend in the knees and your shoulders are shrugged under. Anytime you feel uncomfortable, then you're going to join everyone else on the left. This is really a time just to trust your body and know where it needs to be, and just rest here with your baby for the last 5 minutes of class. Now, if you are tired and you fall asleep here, I want you to fall asleep and ignore me when I walk you back. Since you're in your house, you can just rest. For those of you on a different time zone, I want you to literally do the Shavasana, extend it for 5 minutes, and then just go to bed. Brush your teeth, go to bed. So resting here, I want you to think about integrating your class into every cell. I want you to breathe peace and calm to your baby space, breathing trust into their space. And if you like, you can take one hand and just rest it on your belly, breathing in gratitude into the hand. Let your baby feel that gratitude. You can have any little secret messages you want to send between you two. Let them feel you there. There's so much energy passed through the hands energetically. So think of that good energy being sent to baby. And letting prana, life force, flow. That's what movement does. It creates that clear channel of, so that our life force, prana, chi, whatever you want to call it, can flow through the body. Life force flows from your heart to your baby's heart and their heart to yours. Just resting here with them. Maybe you have a house pet snuggling with you too. Soften the face. If there's any last tension living in the body, any last emotions that are intense for you, I want you to think about softening this area with the breath. If that emotion is anxiety or fear, I want you to think of that melting off the body with each exhale. As you rest here with your baby, see if you can soften any areas. The shoulders, the throat, the face. Can you soften in the feet and the hands, the hips? Letting your body relax and rest. Breathing in a sense of peace. So those of you that need a longer rest here, that feel your muscles need a little bit more time, or you just want a little more time to connect with your baby in this resting pose, you can stay here. Otherwise, I want you to bring awareness to the breath. Feeling your breath in your whole body. Feel the breath in your hand, on your belly, in your heart, in the back of your throat, in the nose. Feel the breath in the whole body. Breathing in a way that's natural for you. Focus on the breath. Feel your breath. Now I want you to think about your pelvic floor area as you rest here and breathe in softness and relaxation to this area. As you inhale, softness to your pelvic floor. As you exhale, softness, relaxation. And when you're ready, bringing awareness to your hands and feet, maybe wiggling toes and fingers. If you're on your back, bend one knee at a time. Take that bolster or pillow from behind your thighs, push it aside and roll to your left side. Take a moment here on your left side. And if you're on your left side already, take away any kind of pillows between the knees. And I want you to just stay in a fetal position for a moment. Remember, this is the position your baby's in. You are holding them in the same position they're in. Remembering every baby is precious. You are precious. Your birth journey is precious. Take your top hand and just place it on the floor. Take a nice big inhale. Full exhale out through the mouth. Inhale in. Exhale, use your hand to push yourself up nice and slow. Again, if you need to lay and stay where you're at, stay where you're at. Rest, ignore me, pause this video, whatever you want to do. Otherwise, you're coming up slowly to seated. Come on your pillow if you can, so your bum's a bit lifted. If you have a ponytail, take your hair out. I'm just sitting here for a moment. And as we started class, hand on belly, hand on heart. Shoulders back, sitting in a comfortable way. It might be like this or like this, wherever's comfortable for you right now. I want you to think of breathing in a sense of peace and calm into the heart. Exhale out through the mouth. And then breathe a sense of peace and calm into your hand and your belly, into your baby space. Exhale out through the heart. Bringing your hands together in namaste. Thanking yourself for this practice. Thanking your baby. Thank you all for taking this time. Namaste.